now that I got the dramatic hello out of the way, let's start this off properly with the good old-fashioned introduction. Except it's slightly altered. Hey yo, what's good, crew dudes? Captain Hey reporting for duty. So, it's been a while. It's been like, what, 2 years since I last uploaded on this channel, and I look a little different. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, then that means you're completely new to this channel. In that case, hi! Welcome aboard to the Starlit Ship. Now, if you've been on this channel, and you have seen my videos, then I think you know about the last dude who used to run this channel, GamerKid. But, as you can see, they're not here anymore. And you might be wondering, why is that? So, on my animation channel's Q&A video, I kind of elaborated on this. Like I did reference a Sona overhaul. To summarize, I used to have 3 Sonas. Raiden, Sutari, and, of course, GamerKid. Raiden stayed as my animation Sona, but Sutari, my music Sona, is now replaced with Syndicate. And GamerKid, my gaming Sona, is replaced with me, Hayden. Yes, that's my name. I already did a name reveal on my animation channel in that Q&A video, so now that it's out there, I might as well start using it. And in that Q&A video, I only briefly mentioned that I would be replacing GamerKid, but I didn't really fully elaborate on it, like, Hayden, play the clip. If I only have 2 Sonas, how am I gonna replace my gaming Sona? Me. Yeah, there wasn't much of an explanation there, so I'll be providing you with one in this video. So basically, going off of what I already said in my Q&A video, the 3 Sona system was a bit complicated because I was just taking, like, random aspects of myself and just assigning each one to my Sonas, and it was just a little complicated to me. So I changed my 3 Sona system into a 2 Sona system, where it still has the thing where I have multiple Sonas representing different aspects of myself, but it's in a more simpler TLDR kind of way, where basically you can just boil it down to Raiden is the introverted good boy side of me, which you'll find. Hold on a second, I freaking had RNG on. I should have closed that earlier. So Raiden is basically the introverted good boy side of me, which is most commonly seen in real life, and Syndicate is the extroverted, crack-headed side of me, which is more commonly seen on the internet, and sometimes in real life, but only by close friends. So after this little Sona overhaul change thing, I turned Sutari and GamerKid into OCs, and to be honest, they work a lot better as OCs. Mainly because I had already mentally established some kind of lore for them. Well, actually, I established lore for Sutari after they became an OC, but GamerKid, before I made them into an OC, already had, like, a mentally established lore. Like, if you look at my previous videos where I was still using GamerKid as my Sona, like, in the background, you'll see a photo of GamerKid and their girlfriend, Mika, and I don't got a girlfriend named Mika in real life, and there's a photo of their blue dog, and while I do have a dog, she ain't blue. Basically just hid a bunch of Easter eggs in the background relating to their lore, in which their lore has absolutely nothing to do with me. So I already subconsciously established GamerKid as a completely separate character from me, and because of that, it really didn't feel appropriate to have them as a gaming Sona. Like, GamerKid is a character, and also my gaming Sona. So there is a character for me to play. But whenever I'm recording these reaction videos and gameplay videos and I have GamerKid as my Sona, it never... Bro, my dog is yapping. Hold up. Let's just give it a second. No, just keep yapping while my dog is just yapping up. Oh, so you stopped now. Like, whenever I'm recording these reaction and gameplay videos, it never felt like I was playing GamerKid's character. Like, it never felt like I was recording as GamerKid. Like, even looking back at those videos where GamerKid was still my Sona, it didn't feel like I was watching GamerKid. It felt like I was watching myself. So for that reason, GamerKid is no longer the face of this channel, and now I have assumed that position. So basically, reverting back to how I used to record these videos, where basically I will be recording my videos as myself. Alright, so now everyone knows why everything's different, like why my profile picture is different, why the setup is different. And I'm pretty sure by now, everyone who was used to the GamerKid layout is now used to this now, so I think it's time we get into the meat of this video. I think it's time to answer the question that maybe some of you might be having. Where have I been?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Alright, this is day 3 of recording this video.
Huh?
Like, I already finished recording yesterday, but while I was looking back at the recording while editing, I realized that I may have put the microphone, like, way too close to my mouth. So basically the audio just sounded like this, just way too close, and you could just hear all my breathing and stuff, like, yeah, like that. And then you can also hear, like ugh! But I'm also re-recording this, not just because of the, microphone audio thing, but also because when I got to the part where I start elaborating on where I've been, I noticed how my energy has been kind of draining, where I was like, I was just like talking like this sometimes and everything. Like, bro, I fell off hard, man. Like, I'm out of practice, because I haven't woken up the gamer side of me in a while. Like, I haven't woken up CaptainRayRayz for 2 years. Yeah, I just need to get the hang of doing this again and everything, so, yeah. Alright, so now, let's get back into this. Where have I been? So, in my Q&A video on my animation channel, I gave sort of a TLDR version of where I've been, and I also said that I would elaborate more on it on this channel in this video, so that's what we're gonna do. And while this will explain where I've been on my animation channel, this is more about where I've been on my gaming channel. Cause like, while I was not uploading on my gaming channel, I was still uploading on my animation channel, so the whole absence timeline was different for both channels. Alright, so it all started when I was reacting to Murder Drones episode 5. And I think I started recording the day after the episode premiered. So I got OBS out, I started yip-yapping about my theories, and then I pressed play, checked for subtitles. There were no English subtitles. I mean, now they have it, but back when I was recording my reaction, they didn't have it for some reason. Which is weird because, like, I was reacting to episode 5, like, around the usual time I would react to the previous episodes, and those previous episodes had the English subtitles, but for some reason this time around they just didn't have it for episode 5. And for extra context, subtitles are very important for me because without them, I either have to hush up and practically upload the episode itself because I wasn't talking enough, or yap over everything that's going on in the episode and not understand a single thing that's happening because I was yapping too much. However, with subtitles, I can yap however much I like. Like, I can do commentary and just keep yip-yapping about everything, but I'll also know what's happening in the episode and understand what the characters are saying, because while I yap, I can just read the subtitles. So because Murder Drones episode 5 didn't have subtitles, I knew reacting to the episode was gonna be a little difficult. But instead of just stopping the recording and coming back when they put the subtitles in, I just kept going with the reaction because I thought I'd be fine since I watched Murder Drones episode 2 without subtitles and there was no problem. I mean, it was still hard to understand what was happening in that episode due to the lack of subtitles, but I still recorded without a problem, like the reaction was fine and everything. But I don't know what it is about episode 5. I don't know if it's that the episode was too confusing, or if my listening comprehension skills got worse over time. Cause like, I was constantly pausing and rewinding. Well, to be fair though, this was during around the time where I was doing the whole pause, rewind, and analyze the videos I was reacting to. But for this episode specifically, I feel like I was doing that a lot more than I should have because of the lack of subtitles. Cause like, I had to constantly pause to yap out everything I want to say, like get all of my thoughts out. Cause I couldn't just do that while the video was playing, because if I yap over the video, I'm not gonna understand what the other characters are saying in that video. And that's when subtitles would be very useful, so while I'm yapping, I could just read the subtitles. And I also had to rewind certain parts multiple times just to understand what the characters are saying. Like, one character would say something and I would be like, wait, what the freak did you just say? So I would rewind and I still would not catch what they said. Like, I was doing that throughout the entire reaction. By the time the episode ended and I stopped recording, I just felt like the video was not gonna be good. Like, the video is just me pausing, rewinding, being completely confused. Like I don't think that's gonna be fun to watch. And because of that, I wasn't looking forward to editing it, so I just sort of put it off for a while. And then the new Inanimate Insanity Invitational episode came out, and Alan Becker released Animation vs. Math, so I reacted to both of those. However, I felt that I couldn't edit those reactions yet because I still needed to edit the Murder Drones episode that I reacted to. But I still didn't want to because I still felt like the video wasn't gonna be good. And that whole spiel with the episode reaction completely demotivated me, so I took a break. And then my high school senior year started. This is the part where I'm going to give the full story on the TLDR version I gave in my Q&A video, so yeah. Alright, so it was around the first quarter of my senior year, and that's around the time where high school seniors need to start worrying about
college application.
But that wasn't me though. I didn't really care much about that. Like, I knew I wanted to go to an art school or an easy school, but overall I just didn't really care about applying until I found out about this one university in my state that had an art school, and I was interested in this school because typical art schools like Cal Arts or Ringling are hella expensive, and the university I was looking at was way cheaper, especially since it's in my state, and well, in-state tuitions are usually much lower than out-of-state tuitions. So basically I just had my eye on this university for a while until I visited campus, and then that's when I decided that alright, I'll commit, and then I started caring about
College application.
And if you want to apply to an art school, then you need to have a portfolio. And well, your boy's a bit of a digital artist on the internet, so obviously I made a lot of digital art. But then I did some research, and it turns out the school is looking for art with a lot of experimentation and a range of mediums. Oh, and an observation drawing. And I did not have any of those. So that meant I need to make brand new art for this portfolio where I experiment and use different mediums. And I had to make a fresh observation drawing and everything. Oh, and I needed to write 3 essays on top of that. That's a lot of work. And I genuinely wanted to get into this school. Like I really cared about getting accepted into the school. So I knew I needed to lock the freak in. And because of that, I took time off the internet. And I only had like a couple months left until the application deadline, so... Bro, are you serious, dude? I only had a couple months left until the college application deadline, so because of that, that meant I needed to make good art and write good essays very fast. By the end of January, I submitted that application, and I got burnout. Listen, I was making brand new art, writing 3 essays, high quality in a short amount of time. And while I was doing that whole college application stuff and during the time I was burnt out, new videos were coming out. Like, I think there were new Alan Becker videos. I think maybe one more Murder Jones episode came out. Like, new stuff was coming out. But because I was busy and burnt out, I, of course, did not record any reaction. Like, even after the burnout ended, I still didn't react to any of them because I still needed to edit the 3 videos, and I just didn't want that to pile on as I was reacting to the new stuff. So why didn't I edit those 3 videos yet? Well, because I was focused on the Q&A video. Like, I made an update video on my animation channel. Like, I made a bunch of promises in that video, and I broke, like, almost all of them. But the main promise I made was that Q&A video. And at the very least, I should keep that promise, so like getting that Q&A video out was my top priority. Like after I finish the video, I'll start editing the videos again. That was the plan, except I had high school assignments. And there were 2 assignments in particular that kept me from making the Q&A video. So back in high school, I was in a filmmaking class. Oh god, it feels so weird to say back in high school. How am I 19 years old? So I was in a filmmaking class, they gave us these filmmaking assignments, and I decided to animate 2 of them. And the thing is, I didn't even need to animate. I could have just done them in live action and saved me a lot of time and energy and everything. So why did I not do that? When you're making stuff in live action, you're gonna have to tell people what to do. Like, if you got other actors, you gotta tell them what to say or what to do in the scene and tell people where to put the camera. And my introverted I did not like that. Animation, on the other hand, you can do an animated project by yourself without interacting with others, which is why I animated 2 of my filmmaking class projects, and that was a mistake. Like, animation is hard. It takes a lot of time. And the fact that there was a deadline did not help. So I had to dedicate all of my time to finishing those animated projects before the deadline. So that meant I had no time to do my Q&A video. By the time I finished and submitted those filmmaking assignments, I got burnt out again. Oh! Listen, I don't know why I do this to myself either. By the way, I will post those animations I did for my filmmaking class on my animation channel soon, once I finish polishing it. And so by the time I submitted those assignments, the end of the year was coming. So I decided to take the time to just enjoy and celebrate. And so I went to prom in a snazzy little suit with my friends at a banquet hall. So yeah, I was just vibing and enjoying myself at prom, and after that, I had to deal with the graduation ceremony. And your boy graduated with a,
Summa cum laude!
which if you don't know what that is, it's basically one of the highest honors a graduate can get.
Damn!
And right after graduating, I got pizza, and that night I went to the school's all-night party. So, that was a fun night, but then I still needed to get ready to go to college. Oh, and by the way, remember that college I wanted to get into? Your boy got accepted! Like, I had to think about what I wanted to bring to college, and I also needed to attend an in-person orientation. But now after that was done, I was no longer burnt out, and I was ready to work on my Q&A video again. So I finally made a final revision to the script of my Q&A video, and I also finished recording myself for that video, and I just began animating that beginning skit. Then it was time for college. Now my thought process here was, it'll be fine. I'll just do my Q&A video while I'm doing my college assignments. Like, it'll be fine. Now, I've been told a lot of things about college, but nobody told me that college would be more homework heavy compared to high school. All of y'all still in K-12 education, like you're still in high school, or if you're a high schooler who's about to go to college, there's your heads up. So like I was in college, and like all of these homework assignments, all of these art projects kept piling on and on and on, and I had to stay up after midnight to finish them. And I basically had no time to animate that Q&A video. I mean, I am in an animation club in that university, and so I would use the club hours to animate, but even that wasn't enough. And then the first semester ended, and it was Christmas break, so I took the time to animate during that break, but then the next semester started.
Now I'm gonna make it worse for running.
Then I finally finished the first year of college. I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm free to animate my Q&A video. So during the month of May, I basically just speed ran the Q&A video. Like, I didn't care if it looked good or not. I just wanted to get it done. And then I finally finished it. I finally put it out on my animation channel. And I could finally come back here on this channel. So here we are. Alright, so I just left real quick to get some water. I think that was another reason why my energy was getting lower yesterday when I was recording. Cause like I was just yapping and my throat and mouth was getting all dry, and I didn't even bother to get a refill. So hopefully this will help CaptainRayRayz stay awake. So alright, so now we're finally back on this channel. Haven't been here in like, what, 2 years? So of course there's 2 years worth of content and videos to catch up on. Alright, but let's see exactly how much I need to catch up on. I mean, I've been gone for almost 2 years, but surely it shouldn't be that bad. Oh my god! Alright, but real talk though, I'm actually really glad to finally engage with the media I used to love again. Like, do you know the measures I had to take to avoid spoilers for the new stuff? The new episodes? Cause even if I watched only the previous episodes that I already reacted to or watched, YouTube is still gonna recommend me the new episodes and stuff about the new episodes, like other reaction videos, animation memes, or just straight up clips that just completely spoil the events of new episodes. So like, I had to refrain from even interacting with these media in any way. Like all the stuff that I listed, like Inanimate Insanity, the Alamegger stuff, Murder Drones, I haven't watched any of those in 2 years. Just so I don't get spoiled on the new episodes. But like, even if I wasn't watching anything related to those media I used to love, YouTube would sometimes still recommend me stuff about those fandoms, even stuff that would spoil the new episodes when I never asked for them. And it got to the point where I just had enough. Like, I'm sorry YouTube, but you have given me no other choice but to do this. You see my screen?
What is that?
See this? Oh, you can't because there's absolutely nothing here. No YouTube recommendation. That's right. I had to resort to getting this unhook extension. That's how bad it got. Now, I actually discovered this extension a while back, actually. And for some reason, I didn't get the extension right after I found out about it. Like, I didn't get it installed until, like, way later. I don't even know why. The funny thing is, the final straw isn't even that YouTube recommended me a spoiler for, like, Inanimate Insanity, Murder Drone, or any Alan Becker related stuff or anything. No, the final straw was that YouTube recommended me a video that spoiled the Sonic 3 post-credit scene before I even saw the movie. But now, I won't need to worry about avoiding these spoilers anytime soon because I'll be hopping right back into these things very soon. Except I still need to take care of editing the previous videos I already recorded. Like, we already got my Animation vs. Math and Inanimate Insanity Invitational reaction. Gotta deal with those first. And since it seems like I recorded my Animation vs. Math video first, expect my reaction to that video to come out after this one. But even after I upload my Inanimate Insanity Invitational episode reaction, don't expect any of the new stuff to come out just yet because I may or may not have recorded other videos during my absence on this channel. Alright, but to be fair though, I wasn't recording because I was planning on uploading them onto this channel. Like, I was just playing games with my friends, mostly with Soul, and I just wanted to record so I could preserve the memory. But it's just that I recently decided that maybe some of them could be content worthy. But wait, what about my reaction to Murder Drones episode 5? Like, when I was listing off the videos I need to edit, I mentioned my reaction to Animation vs. Math and the Inanimate Insanity Invitational episode. But I didn't bring up my reaction to Murder Drones episode 5. Well, I am going to release my reaction to that episode, but I'm gonna release it among my newer reactions because I plan on doing a rewatch of Murder Drones episode 5.
Really?
Like, even now I still feel like the original reaction is not gonna be good. And like, I've only seen the episode once. Only once. And it's been almost 2 years since I last saw that episode. So I think I can still do a pretty good reaction of that episode, especially since now they have the subtitles. Like, it won't be a completely blind reaction, but it will still kind of feel like one since I don't remember a whole lot from that episode. And maybe after I do Murder Drones, I'll react to Inanimate Insanity Invitational in one video. Wait, actually, how many episodes are there left in that season?
Really?
Season 4, what the freak? Alright, it looks like I only have like 5 episodes remaining for this season. And I think those 5 episodes combined is like over an hour long, so I might react to those in one video. Wait, but let me see season 2 though, because I think they finished season 2 as well. Wait, the last 4 episodes of season 2 is like 2 hours long.
Oh my god.
Okay, maybe I'll finish season 2 in one video as well. Now I'm looking at season 2 episode 16 right now. The reality of the situation. Oh, I know that episode's gonna be fire. And I think all of the Alan Becker related stuff, like all the animation versus whatevers and everything, I think I'll react to those last. Cause look, not gonna lie, Alan Becker stuff, like anything from the animation versus anything series, absolute peak. Like, remember the last video? No, not the minecart one. The first episode to AVA 6? Fuego. And don't get me started on Animation vs. Minecraft Season 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm reacting to that last, cause like, save the best for last and everything. And also, no, I'm not finishing Meta Runner, cause I just don't have any interest in finishing the series. However, if my most recent reaction video to that series reaches 100 likes, I'll finish it in one video. And after I finish catching up on everything, we're diving into the new stuff. Like the new stuff. And best part is, I have not seen any of the pilots of the new stuff. That's right, from here on out, I'm gonna be starting every series from episode 1. Whether I choose to continue the series or not, that depends on if I enjoyed it or not. Like, if I watched the pilot episode and I end up liking the series, then I'll be continuing the series. Like, you don't even need to ask, I'll do it. But if I didn't enjoy the pilot and I don't want to continue the series, then I'll probably ask you guys to get that reaction video to a certain amount of likes. And if we reach that like goal, I'll continue. But yeah, like, I've had my eyes on a couple of the new stuff that's been coming out, like The Amazing Digital Circus, Ramshackle, Lackadaisy, Friday Night Funkin' Flavor Ray. Yuko, I see you with your Friday Night Funkin' mod. Oh shoot, wait, I also need to play the Friday Night Funkin' base game updates. And guys, did you notice a little pattern in the stuff I plan on releasing? Maybe the stuff that I plan on reacting to and playing is all indie based? That's right, this channel is going to be more focused on covering indie media. Like, back then, when I started this channel, this was just gonna be like a basic gaming channel or reaction channel where I just play whatever. But I have a more clear vision as to what I want this channel to be. Like, I want this channel to be dedicated to supporting indie content and media, or even bring awareness to some lesser known indie content. Like, I'll be watching indie animations, I'll be playing some indie games, and I might do a little series where I play random itch.io games or something. But like, I want this channel to be about supporting indie content, because I've always admired the indie stuff a lot more. Because like, I feel like I've always wanted to do something indie related. Like, I want to make my own game, like I want to make my own indie animation, and I've always imagined myself doing it with complete freedom. Like no corporate entity, like, enforcing all of these rules and everything. Just getting the chance to tell my own story how I want, which is basically what these indie creators do. Seeing all of these indie creators create indie content with their vision and complete freedom, it makes me think, like, if these people on the internet are able to share their creations, their passion projects to the world with complete freedom, then so can I. Like, I want to support that, and I think that's all I want to say. Hopefully this recording came out better than yesterday's recording, because I don't want to have to record this tomorrow. So I hope y'all enjoyed this Yap Fest, and I'll be off to edit this video, and then the other videos I gotta edit. But before that, let's end this off properly with a good old-fashioned outro. Except it's slightly altered. But anyways, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, blast that like button, and subscribe today if you want to come on board the Starlit ship, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This